Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sake here, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager. And when we last left off, Enrica dominated Beijing. Well, I wouldn't say dominated, but definitely led a good majority. It said it wasn't going to rain during the race, but it did. And Portugal, it says it's going to rain during the race, so maybe it won't. A very high tire wear here, so the soft tires are going to be the name of the game, and I think Falco will be able to come into his own with the soft tires wear more slowly perk that he has. Not going to go with the super softs. It's going to be just for qualifying only. I think that those super softs are for. Now, the question is, we did have some sponsors coming this race, and then 2 on the next race, and then the race after that. So we've got some money coming in, and we haven't built our cheeky parts for next season yet. So I'm guessing if we put in the top speed 20, the top speed 50, and top speed, let's see. So I don't know. I mean, the reliability, fine. But when weight stripping, do we get 25 plus top speed? Or top speed plus 40, reliability minus 10 for the race. So the engine reliability goes down, but that's going to be a 5. Can't see, stupid text, 539. Oh, so that's during the race. And minus 10 reliability on this engine. But the question is, when we go to the next season, does it just do the baseline numbers here and forget all of these little perks? I'm not sure. Performance gain times 2 and then 25 top speed is the way to go, I think. That will help us in qualifying as well. And this is only during the race. I mean, long term, but I mean, the performance gain times 2, if we just help our engine by 20, that's going to offset that top speed. So we'll just do that one. So a 554 risky engine, we are not going to put it in this year. We're just going to massage it in the off season and make it work for us here. Let's go ahead and go on. Car repair is complete. We have our new sponsor. Well, one so far. Car repair is finished. Let's take a look at the car and see what we are working on. Just the performance of those 2 parts. So indeed, until those engines are done, I know the factory is idle, but that's fine. All right, slot 3. So second or above, $1 million for qualifying in the race for 7 races. $880,000 with an upfront payment of $1 million. Because, I mean, we could get $7 million if we finish second in every single race, and that is a tall order to do. I'm thinking in terms of the end of the year, especially buying that brand new engine, I want a shorter deal with an upfront payment. That seems to make sense to me. That way we can actually run this next race without going into the red. And then we'll have 2 sponsors we can sign quick, fast, and in a hurry. New vote. This time it's about the real safety car only. And I will 5 voting power 4. Try to beat me. I'm using all of my votes. You can't beat me. Yeah, so we had a lot of people abstain when I threw my clout around. So next season, we're getting back to a real pace car. That is awesome. Now, if we're even in this season, we might get promoted to the GT International Series, and then their rules are going to be completely different. So there's that. Speaking of International GT, they're going to Doha for round 12 of 14. Good on you, Cherish. Cherish poor. Well, Cherish wins. All right, where is this engine? Is our engine not built? It's 8 more days. Okay, I see. All right, Tondela, 10% chance of rain. We'll work on our headquarters net in the off-season. Merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made. All right, Drinks Company, a hilarious little plastic figurine of Enrica and Shipper with every crate. For $1 million? Yeah, that's a ka-ching. So we will take that bonus money for sure. Maybe even build another risky part after that. Sure, the chairman is a little bit unhappy, But I believe Enrica's next race, her morale will be right back to where it needs to be, 100%. No worries. Pre-gossip isn't expecting to see change. I can't see Kaluza making up too much ground in Portugal. Engelhardt is driving too well. Tanaka is hoping to gain some ground. Falco doesn't deserve to be on top. Well, screw you, Riku. Kaluza's chances? Well, screw you, ex-driver champion. Who are you, Michael Tellman? Are you like Michael Schumacher? Well, I don't care about your opinion. But I will see you after. Let's see, 4th or above. I think that is the, well, I mean, 2nd or above, we only lose 80,000. We'll go ambitious here. And that should be good. Parts should be on the car fitted. Yes, indeedy. Parts are on. Falco has the best, and Enrica has 2nd best. All right, I will see you after practice and qualifying. Qualifying is done, ladies and gentlemen. Falco with a 2nd place, missed the pole by 2/100ths of a second. Man, that hurts, but luckily it was Tanaka that got the pole award bonus and not Kaluza. So Falco is looking good so far. Lara with a 3rd, and as you can see, Q2, we managed to get Falco through with just the regular soft tires. Enrica had to do another lap on super soft, so Falco can actually go a little bit more than his teammate Enrica, which may prove to be very beneficial and useful. Now, everyone up front here is going to be on old and busted super soft tires, but if Falco can hold them off with his better regular soft tires, then more power to us, especially if he can hold back those Vittorio Corsa cars who are fighting 3 wide amongst themselves. Very cool indeed. We're not really pushing the car. They're trying to take us 3 wide here. Don't crash Falco, or if you're going to crash one of those Vittorio Corsa cars. Maybe Kaluza would slide off. That would be nice, but they're going to be pushing their engines hard this particular stint. And we, however, are not. We've weight stripped a bit to give ourselves a better chance at the at survival of the race. And it looks like Falco's soft tires will come into play a little later, as Enrica will have to pit 1 lap before Falco because she is on those super softs. So as long as Falco can stay within shouting distance, he might actually be able to make up some more ground when those super softs fall off, and indeed be able to make some passes because he'll be able to stay out when everyone else has to pit. We'll just do a normal run for Enrica and keep Falco on the push for now. The soft tires you can put a little bit more heat into, and there goes Falco right around his teammate. Good fight, some nice racing. I'm glad you feel that way, because Enrica and all of these people in front of her are going to have to pit soon. 35% on the tires, and in fact, yeah, Falco is surrounded by people who are pitting this time. Falco's just going to stay out a few more laps. That will be fine and dandy. Get the lead and then really start to push. Every position he makes up past that point will be gravy, and any speed that he gains from being out by himself is all the better. Let's go ahead and tell Enrica. I want to send Enrica around one more time if she can. I don't actually think she'll be able to. So let's have her attack and pit for her set of regular soft tires. 13 to 15 laps. This looks like a multiple stop race. And in fact, we will not be able to fill up the tank at this point of the race, which is fine. A medium chance of risk on refueling and whatnot. We'll take it. So Kaluza will be, or Enrica will be fighting pretty hard amongst those people. But Falco can stay right where he's at and continue on. Tires are on. Fill it up to the brim. And Enrica will be down and away. Just push those tires a bit if you please. So Falco is running in third, and everyone in front of him has to pit. Kaluza in particular will be making those moves. I'll just keep Falco where he's at, pushing right here. He's running his fastest laps of the race so far, and this will be a lap lead for Falco. Unfortunately, there's no lap lead bonus, which would certainly be nice. All right, Enrica, you can go ahead and go back to a neutral while you can. And she might be fighting amongst those on pit road. We need a good team day for us for sure. And it looks like Kaluza has dropped to 16th. And where is Tanaka? In 12th. So far, the Vittorio Corsa guys are in the back. We need Enrica to do some really good work, though, as far as this pit strategy is concerned, and come out the victor. I think we'll have Falco go around one more time here, and then we'll really start pushing. As a matter of fact, Falco, you can go ahead and push now. Stay in front of Souza for second. And this will be his time to come down to pit road for those fresh soft tires. Let's fill you up to 25 laps in the tank, 13 seconds of gas. That is fine. And we should be all set for Falco as far as fuel is concerned. We'll have to make another tire change, but the fuel is good. How is Enrica faring? She's got quite a bit of car traffic in front of her, and unfortunately, she's not really making any big moves. This is not the kind of performance I'm looking for from you, Enrica. I needed you to really do the work. Falco on pit road, mistake on the right front, and it is a costly mistake. Well, we don't need that in the grand scheme of things. All right, Falco, go ahead and just push those soft tires. Falco's going to come out in 18th, which is not good. Good job there, Yoshido. So that is going to throw a big wrench in the works. Falco is just outside of the realm of catching them on pit road, but his soft tires do last longer. So we'll be able to sort of stretch these tires out a bit and make up some spots from others pitting that we wouldn't normally make up. Especially with these guys pitting for super softs, they're going to be churning through tires pretty quickly. So we can just monitor what we've got here, keep the tires under us. We're within 17 and 19 seconds of the leaders. Looks like Blasi and Pernette. And Junot has crashed. Unfortunately, that's no good for us. And it's not a virtual safety car, otherwise I would have had him pit. But it was just a local yellow in Sector 3. Junot is out. If that was Tanaka or Kaluza, I would be really ecstatic right now. Unfortunately, that is not the case. But we should be fine. The less time we have to spend on pit road, the better. And I think Falco will have to spend the absolute less time on pit road, especially if he can stretch out those soft tires running where he is on a medium push. So Tanaka is on the softs. He will be pitting shortly, and it looks like he is on the same strategy as Enrica. So Enrica is not going to be able to really catch up in the grand scheme of things. Once Souza's tires fall off, and it looks like Cannon's tires are starting to fall off, Wood's tires are starting to fall off, I think Enrica would be able to make some passes then. We have some cars on pit road. We'll make that look easy. And they will be pitting for... I don't see the fresh tires on the graphic, so I don't know if they even took tires at all. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just topped off fuel. But whatever's clever. We're getting within the realm that the soft tires would do, especially for Falco. And Falco's going to make short work and tell Enrica to get out of my way next time. Well, Enrica is on the struggle bus as far as her tires are concerned. It's good to see Falco making those moves. But if they had crashed together, that would not be good at all. All right, Enrica, go ahead and do a push maneuver, and we will have her pit next time around. So 17... No, not this time around. Not this time around. We want this time around. So 13 to 15 laps. I think we can do a split and just do... Yeah, we'll do 1 lap of gas. 7 seconds. Let's be nice and safe. It's only a 2-second give up, which is a lot cheaper than a 4-second mistake, I tell you. And then Falco, we can actually do you a little push. see if he can get away from Enrica just a bit, because he's not going to be pitting anytime soon. I think one more time on pit road and Falco will be done. And that's ideally what we want to see. So Enrica with a valiant push here. She'll be on pit road. Jack is good. Tires are good. 1 lap of gas in the tank. And she'll be down and away. So if we split this in half and do, let's see, there's 14 laps to go, 7 and 7, so lap 24. I think that would be worth it. So we will push Enrica as hard as she can go and do an extra stop for tires. And then I think Falco will just be able to ride here. So Kaluza will definitely have to pit in the coming laps. Falco can stretch that out a bit. And after these laps, I think Falco will be done on pit road. We'll just need a nice, conservative intermediate tires. Well, crap. So some are coming down for intermediates already, and it looks like that's going to be a thing. All right, Falco, unfortunately, I can't afford to have you out. So Falco's going to have to come this time for intermediates. This will definitely be the last time he's on pit road if he can make them last. That wasn't part of my strategy, however. We'll do a safe pit stop here. No, Falco. Intermediates. Don't worry about fuel. And we will do a safe pit stop, go. And then burn everything you got. Push as hard as you can. And Enrica is far enough back that I think we can pit her for the intermediates as well. But I think we want to keep her out one more lap. Just to make doobly sure. And she'll be able to catch up. So Falco is down and away on his intermediate tires. Enrica, go ahead and pit for your intermediates. You shouldn't need fuel. And we will just do a safe pit stop for you. So Falco, the rest of the race is yours. He is out in front. Kaluza is on sort of worn down intermediate tires. And Enrica is really pushing hard while the track is sort of damp. She's making up some ground. If she doesn't lose too many spots on pit road, she will be in the catbird seat as far as the tire wear is concerned. So there goes Enrica down on pit road. Tire change is done, down and away. Let's just have her do a push. It looks like she'll come out in 5th with cars around her that are chewed up. More chewed up than her tires for sure. And it does look like it is going to get very damp and stay damp. So this is the kind of weather we need. Unfortunately, Kaluza and Tanaka, side by side, 2nd and 3rd. We need Enrica to really push hard here and make up that gap. But she has quite a gap in front of her, but these tires, especially Naito's, is wearing down. So she can get right nearby where she needs to be. I think we can actually turn Falco down to a conserve. We have to make these tires last 10 more laps, and I don't think we'll be able to. Now, if we see Kaluza peel off, then we can push Falco and pit him anyway. So we will sort of let Kaluza make the move. If Kaluza wants to burn through her tires passing us and pit anyway, then that's on Kaluza. But we're definitely pushing Enrica to go as fast as she can. She's got a bit of a gap to 4th place, though. And like I said, Naito's tires are getting churned pretty bad. And we will not be on slicks the rest of the race, that is for sure. We can keep Falco right here at a standard push. 9 laps to go. We have better tires than Kaluza, and is Kaluza pushing? Now, Kaluza is in just drive mode as well. So that fits us well. We're going to be good on fuel, which is to be expected. And I think Enrica can go ahead and do a neutral here, let those tires cool off a bit, just in case they are not pitting again. So a 2.3 second gap. Let's try to modulate that lead as best we can. Kaluza might be burning up her stuff. She's not really pushing, and we're holding 2.3, which is really all that can be asked with what we've got. I think we can turn up the heat just a little bit, but I don't want to just yet. 2.2 that time around, only caught up a 1/10 of a second. She'll need 20 more laps to make a dent. And I'm going to make her make the first move. If she's going to use up those tires, I want her to do it. Still 6 seconds between Enrica and the car in front of her, Naito. It sucks that we pitted and didn't look at the weather. That's what set Enrica back, and that was my fault. If Enrica could have stayed out, there we go. So Kaluza is pitting. Let's attack and pit Falco again for his intermediates. I don't want to risk. We'll do a safe pit stop. That is fine. But since we have this gap back to Tanaka, I want to sort of split this run as best we can. So we should be able to just do a standard old push for Falco the rest of the way. Hopefully the air gun doesn't get jammed. We don't slip. Nope, we're down and away. So we should be catching Tanaka fairly quickly. So there we go on fresh intermediates. And we're in second. And we can go for broke as far as Falco's concerned. Kaluza is right there in front of Enrica. So we just basically need to maintain this gap. We're 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. And if Tanaka has to pit, which Tanaka is pitting, this is very fortuitous for us. We just need to ride. So Tanaka was down and away. So Tanaka is on plain wet tires, which that might have been the call right there. Enrica fighting back valiantly. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. That is pretty outstanding. All right, Falco, you've got quite the lead. Why don't you just do a neutral, if you please? And he can dial that right back down. We're not in danger. But yeah, we need these wet tires to hold, or intermediates to hold on for a few more laps and not get past. We'll be coming to 2 laps to go with 35% on the tires. We need to conserve. Now, if Blasi pits, that would take some pressure off. I know you've got fuel to spare, but we're not going to use it up quite yet. We could push Falco, but we're not going to do it. No, we're not coming in for wets. Turn up your engine a bit, but we've got 2 laps to go and 30% on your tires. We need you to do a valiant effort here, Enrica. And it looks like Voizu is really churning through his tires. So we're not going to be really pressured by anyone, I don't think. There's Kaluza trying to make a run. We'll turn Falco up coming to this last lap. We're not pitting for wets. Just push. Everything you got here on this last lap, Falco. And then Enrica, go ahead and push everything you got for this last lap, if you please. So Enrica, no, actually Enrica doesn't need to push at all. She has quite the gap. Conserve your tires, go medium, come back, and finish. And if Tanaka can get past her teammate, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, oh, Tanaka's going to do it. Outstanding. That is poor sportsmanship on the realm of Vittorio Corsa. So instead of giving Kaluza second place points, Tanaka on wets just passed Kaluza, costing her valuable points in this championship. Lara comes across in 4th. So another race win for us. And Vittorio Corsa, I mean, it didn't matter in the grand scheme of team championship, but in that driver's championship, that was everything. If I was Vittorio Corsa, I would have a word with Tanaka right there. That actually worked out pretty well. I am not going to be mad about that. So going into the last race of the season, of course we didn't break any rules. Hopefully they did. So Tanaka got the pole position and the fastest lap, which screws over Kaluza. We gain 2 points on Falco. So Falco is clear by 4 points over Kaluza going into the final round, and we are 5 points down in the Constructor Championship with 1 round to go. So, if they finish second and third, or first and second, or if they finish together near the front, we are not going to win the Constructors' Championship. We have a really strong shot with the Drivers' Championship, that is for sure. But I guess time will tell. If one of those guys crash out, it's over. If one of us crash out, it's over. So, hopefully Tanaka has a blowout in his tennis shoe. That would certainly be nice. Chairman's happiness will go up. We lose $1.9 million, but we met our sponsor objective. That sets us up well for the last race of the season. And we need to get our engineers doing something. So we might as well tell our engineers to go for it. Tanaka grabs the pole. Car condition will do. Which one of your drivers is better? Hal Wilson. Who doesn't want Hal Wilson? I don't want Hal Wilson. Pit crew review. Yep. Fast. Yep. Blazes and the engine build. We can work on improving those parts later. Now the question is, when these sponsors roll around, how much extra money will we have? And we need our absolute best crew members. Miyuza, you will probably do a mistake, but you're terrible at refueling. Can we hire any awesome people for the last race of the season? I'll hire you. You're good. All right, so we can swap out. So 12 and 7 and 17. So A. Henning, your tire change sucks, man, but hopefully we won't have to do too many. Your refueling's pretty good. So we've got our pit crew set for our last race in Guilford, where the tire wear is very high, so mediums are going to be the name of the game. It's going to be a clear day, supposedly. But that is going to do it for me in this episode of Motorsport Manager, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looking at a Drivers' Championship with Falco, looking at a Constructors' Championship with Vittorio Corsa, but we need 5 points to the good. Oh, man. So, quick numbers. I mean, 5 points is just the difference between, you know, Lara and Tanaka. If one of these guys has a bad race, finishing in 9th, 8th, something like that, we can definitely take the championship. It's going to be a nail-biter, but that's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the final race of Season 5 in Guilford. Take care.